Hello everybody, my name is Trey Kearney. We are in Newark for a special screening of Gimme Shelter with Kathy DiFiore, the inspiration behind the movie. We have the children from the Covenant House with this special screening so that they can get a feel for what this woman has done for them. We hope that they enjoy the movie. We'll have lots of interviews coming up with the youth about how they feel about the movie, so stick around. I'm Trey Kearney. I'm out with Cobblestone Media, and we're in the building, Newark, New Jersey.
That homelessness has on a person can be detrimental. Self-pride and self-esteem can feel ripped away with a negative feeling of self-worth, as well as loss of accomplishment in life. It can be difficult to regain stability in their lives, especially once they've lost everything. Check. Tell me what you see when you look at me. Is it that your head is held too high to even see the pain I feel inside, the struggles I survive? It got me asking these questions like, am I still alive? Cause through the people's eyes, it's like my spirit died. I often cry for help, but don't get no reply. So here I am, on these streets alone. No one to turn to, no place to call home. Who would've thought my life would be this way, but things change. I'm on corners begging people for some spare change, and they just look at me like we ain't on the same team. But a few years ago, we might have had the same dreams.
We are live at North Cineplex 12. We just saw a screening of Gimme Shelter for some of the children who actually live in shelters. It was very emotional. I mean, I'm just all the pieces right now. So we're doing interviews with them right now, as you can see in the background. It was a great movie. It just sheds light on that this is a real situation. This is a true story. So if you can support this movie, please come out and support it. If you can donate, please come and donate, because these young moms need us. We just came from seeing a screening of Gimme Shelter in Newark, New Jersey. I'm here with Ashley. Ashley, tell me a little bit about how the film made you feel.
It made me feel like I was in her position because I've been through that situation before.
Tell us a little bit about that situation.
I've been 16 and homeless. I'm 21 now. My father and my mother, they separated and like they went their own direction. My mom left me actually, took plane tickets and left. My father's been disappeared since I was 14. So it was really just, I had to survive on my own.
Wow, what do you want to say to the homeless teens out there right now who are watching this?
Just be strong, keep your head up there and find yourself a job and keep yourself motivated and think positive at all times and believe in God that He's always there for you.
Tell me how you feel. I see you wiping your eyes. Are you okay?
I'm fine. It was just like really overwhelming because I know how that feel to be homeless and to be abused. I know how that feel.
Okay, so what would you like to say to teens out there and other people who've been abused?
To have hope, don't give up because it gets better. Just like Ashley said, just have faith, believe in God, it'll get better.
What would you guys like to say to Kathy real quick?
Hi, Kathy.
Hey, girl.
So we'll be back with more teens. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Let me give you a hug. Hello, everybody. I'm Trey Kearney. We are here with none other than Kenneth Gifford. Hi, Kenneth. How you doing?
How are you? I'm good.
I'm good, too. So they have this special screening of Gimme Shelter here in Newark. Tell me, why is it so important for you to be here?
Well, it's important because 99% of this movie was shot in the city of Newark, and it really tells the story and the struggle of a lot of the young women that are in Newark, that come from Newark, and they have nowhere else to go. And the shelter and the young woman who created this movie really gives an impact to them and shows them that there is hope and there's something to do. And that's something we have to promote, positivity in the city.
So I know that you saw the movie. What was the biggest takeaway for you?
The biggest takeaway for me is knowing that there's someone out there that would give their all for someone else. And it makes you understand how big of a role we play in other people's lives and we don't even know it.
Yes.
And that was really important to me.
Yes.
The fact that God was there for them.
Welcome, everybody. We're here. We just saw a screening of Gimme Shelter, which is a movie about teen moms that were homeless. We have Samantha here. Hi, Samantha. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Yourself?
I know you just spoke to me and said that this resonates with you because you were once a teen homeless mom. Tell me how you overcame that and how this movie touched you.
I overcame it. I lived at the shelter. I already had one son. I wound up getting Section 8 rental assistance, and from there I now own my own home. This movie reminds me so much of some of the story that I went through because some of it relates to my life, and I know some of the shelter moms that I lived with that have been through it. It was just amazing and very heart-touching.
Yeah, so what would you like to say to people like Kathy?
Thank you and keep doing what you're doing because there's so many people that need you. I mean, you never know. One day I could need her again. You just never know when situations may happen.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
How did the movie make you feel? Because I know that you live in the shelter, right? So how did this movie make you feel?
That I'm not alone. There's other people out there, like other teen moms that's out there that could always get help.
And what is the message that you would like to give that you got, the most thing that you got from the movie?
Just never give up. Like, there's always somebody there to help. Just, yeah, never give up, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Carla. And how old is your baby?
She's 9 days old.
Oh, God, I see a bright future for you, and thank you so much for sharing your story. We'll be back with more. I'm so hoarse because the movie just had me in there crying, but we'll be back with more interviews. And we thank all the moms who are willing to share their story. Keep sharing because you can help someone. Okay? We're here with Nick Scott. We just came out from seeing a screening of Gimme Shelter, which was very emotional and very touching, which is a true story. So tell me what you do at the Covenant House.
I'm the coordinator of specialized services, so I help run the education and vocation departments for the Crisis Center and our transitional living programs here in Newark.
So how important do you think this movie is to communities?
This movie is very important, and the thing that really came across is the relationship piece and how relationships can change and really help a youth coming in out of a bad situation really pull themselves out and do it in the right kind of way. And that was really impacted me a lot.
I know this is strenuous to you because from me seeing the movie, I've never been in a situation or at a homeless shelter to see this, but this really touched my heart to actually see the actual real youth here in the building. I'm sorry. How do you keep your strength up when you have to deal with this on a daily basis?
Really, I lean on my staff. I lean on my family, It really, every day I look towards the kids, and if they can put a smile on, they can get through it, I can get through it. So I have to give all the credit to the people I work with, the ones I serve, and, the mission that we have here in the city and across the United States.
What's the one thing you want to say to the homeless youth out here right now that are looking at this?
A lot of people have been sat in your seat before, and they've made it, and so can you. Whatever resources you have to take to do so, please do so. Come find us, come find another organization. Just hang on, and when you can't hang on anymore, say it out loud and hang on. You can do it.
Yes, there is help out here for the youth. We want you guys to come see the movie Gimme Shelter. We need these homeless shelters to be supported. We need donations. We need your help. This is real. This is a real movie. This is real life, and it is really, really going on in the city of Newark and all over the world right now. How did the movie make you feel?
Made me feel emotional because, there's a lot of homeless young people out there, a lot of homeless young pregnant ladies out there, a lot of us got kicked out of the house, we don't got nowhere to go, so we look towards help from other people. Like, when I got kicked out, I looked towards help in Covenant House, and I've been there since November. I think it's about 6-7 months now I've been at Covenant House, and it's really a great program. And what most of the movie was about, this young lady going to the shelter, and the shelter is like RLH. What we got here is when we got pregnant young women that comes in, they send them to RLH where they get all these baby stuff, they get their baby beds, and they stay there, baby born, they get all this help they need. Some people don't know, some people don't have any contact with their baby father, and RLH is a great place because you got a lot of help, support, and you got a lot of people that comes out and donate.
So it's not only single moms in the shelter, there are also men, right, boys?
Yes, there are also young men too.
So thank you. We just wanted to ask you a few questions, and what's the message that you got from the movie?
The message I got from the movie is that, not all your parents not always there to help you. Sometimes you gotta go out your way to get your own help. You gotta help yourself.
Yes.
So you gotta seek your own help.
Yes.
All right.
I see a bright future for you, Dwight. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Welcome back. First of all, tell me how the film made you feel.
Well, the film made me feel like it's a lot of fathers out here that don't get the credibility, because if you could realize that when she read a letter in the hospital that her father wanted to be there in her life, and her mom's was bad. She was bad. Her father was supposed to be there, but he didn't want to disappoint his family.
Yes.
From the letter I got, that he didn't want to disappoint his family. He didn't want to disappoint, his mom's by not going to college and stuff. So he didn't know which way to run. He didn't know whether to step up and be a father or disappoint his mother. So what I got out of it is that a lot of more fathers need to get a little bit of credibility for their actions, because sometimes the mothers could be bad people. You know, So I feel as though like we should be able to get more power towards the fathers, because I just went through a situation. With the same thing, like finding out my daughter, and I want to know. Like, I want to be there to take care of my daughter no matter what. Like, I do. I mean, everybody should get a chance at raising their kids without the moms playing. They could be very, very powerful. Women are very powerful.
I think the movie depicts fathers in a good light, which should be, because often, many times, fathers don't get their fair share in any aspect, especially African Americans and minority fathers. The black father is missing mostly, in the homes. But for the fathers that are there and that's doing what they supposed to do 1,000%, we don't get the credibility that we often should. Like what I did with my kids, and I could relate to the movie because I was always there for my daughters. And anything that arose with them, I'm there 1,000%. If they need me in the middle of the night, Dad, and my kids are grown, guess what? I'm there ASAP. So the movie depicts, the homelessness that we have right here in the city of Newark. I'm a district leader in the city of Newark, supported Team Baraka, which I was part of, Team Baraka 2014. And what we're going to be doing is to help our youth, homelessness as a mental and a health safety issue that's needed in the city of Newark and other urban cities that we're not getting. Most people often say, oh, that's my crazy auntie, Minnie, but nobody is helping her. She's not being addressed. The mental aspect of the movie, what the young lady was going through, I see it every day with mental illness as a public safety issue, as Mayor-elect Baraka is initiating a whole team just to help, people that have been, abused in the city, like the young lady in the movie. The movie was very good. I like to commend Mr. Jeff Billingsley and his team. They did an excellent job, and we need more of this positiveness in the city of Newark and the surrounding area.
Welcome back. We're here with Mr. Jeff Billingsley, one of the producers of this incredible film, Gimme Shelter. We just had a screening in Newark, a special screening for some of the homeless teens who actually had their babies here. Why was this so important to you?
This whole entire project is important because it's a real story, and in order to reach people, you have to be able to meet them where they are. Gimme Shelter is a representation of real life that inspires young people to know that they should have some hope. This project is important to me because we actually were able to film here in the city of Newark. We were able to film in the state of New Jersey, and we were able to hire some people from here, as well as to show that you could have access to the industry, but you have the opportunity to do things that have some type of social purpose as well. It's not always about laughing and joking as much as getting through to people through using the media and using film to do those things. So for me to be here in my home city of Newark, New Jersey, and to be able to work with an organization like Several Sources Shelters and like to work with the Covenant House, the Newark Office of Film and Television, to bring that here is extremely important. And then more importantly, even the Cityplex 12 Theater for hosting this and having us here. So just real grateful. For me, this is the best part of what I do.
Yes.
So
I see that you and Kathy are pretty close. You guys have a great relationship. How did you come to meet Kathy?
Wow. We met about 13 or 14 years ago. Kathy not only runs shelters, but she created a curriculum called the Choice Game. That's a computer-based curriculum for young people to make wise life choices. And we were brought aboard, myself and my partner Marcel were brought aboard to help promote and do marketing for that curriculum back in 2000, 2001. However, we have done every independent film that we've done as Cobblestone Multimedia, Cobblestone Records, has been a part of her mission as well. So we started out with Surviving the Streets was one of the projects that we did, but Confusion Burning was the first film that's a part of this choice game curriculum that we did, and we started creating music for these things. And Gimme Shelter is just the pinnacle of a lot of work and a lot of energy. But my most fondest memory of our relationship is we had her backstage at the 50 Cent concert, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we gave out, we promoted the show here in Newark, but we gave to everybody that came to the show a sample of what the choice game was about on a CD-ROM. So we've always been about having a social purpose behind whatever it is that we do.
It's so awesome. Okay, so thank you so much, Jeff. I'm so proud of you, and this movie just really touched me today because I've never actually come in contact with these young homeless girls, but to see that is real. When you see it on screen, it's not really that, it don't really get you, but when you actually see them walking around, it's like, wow, like this really is happening. So I just thank you, and I commend you for giving back to the city of Newark.
No, thank you, and I'm grateful to be able to be here, standing here and live. Thank God for life, and thank God for everybody that's supporting the project, and thank our donors who really have allowed us to take this movie throughout the nation in different cities for people to see this movie as well. And I gotta make a disclaimer, if it wasn't for Kathy, I would not have been in the movie. Wow. I would have not got on screen and been in the movie.
Yes, because Jeff had a
I have
partner.
to thank her for my acting debut as well.
Yes, you never know how God is going to move. So you can do anything you put your mind to, because if you think your situation is bad, you know, we get up in the morning at times and we complain about things that are going on, but you never know how good you have it until you actually see somebody at the bottom who's actually surviving and not complaining. Hello, Kathy. We just saw a wonderful screening of Gimme Shelter. I am so emotional right now, so I'm going to try to keep myself together because when I first saw the movie, I didn't actually meet the real person who did all of this. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything that you do. So tell me, why was it so important for you to do this from your home?
Well, first of all, just the opportunity to get the message out. I think more people need to know, more young women in particular, and their babies' fathers need to know that there are wonderful places like this available, safe havens for them to go to in case they do need shelter. Many, many women don't know that places like this exist.
Yes. What is the hardest thing about this journey for you?
The hardest thing is to know that we need more shelters. There are 550 that I know of. They're on our website, lifecall.org. But we get calls from all over the United States, all over the world, from women who are pregnant and battered and abused and homeless and you know, living from park bench to park bench. And one of my dreams is that maybe this movie will help to inspire a movement. I'm going to try to get that going this next month of more shelters, and it'll inspire people to help donate to build more shelters, and so that no one ever has to go through what Apple went through.
Speaking of donations, who are the people who keep you running? Some of the people that keep you running, sponsors and things like that.
Well, different churches allow me to come and speak. That's how we meet most of our benefactors. And then we have a mailing list, and that's wonderful. And we have benefactors that we've known for a number of years. We have a golf outing, we have a dinner. Just people read about us and they'll contact us. We get no state, no federal money. All of our funding is based on what God wants to come in, and what God brings in, we spend.
And I was going to ask you, where do you draw your strength from? Because this really, me watching this, I've never been in a situation, but I've had my mom who was an alcoholic, but we've never been homeless. Where do you draw such strength from?
Well, that's easy. God is my boss. You know, the old, you work for God, you can't work for a better boss. And he just teaches me how to get through the day and the week and my faith, and he always brings me the resolutions to the problems that come up. And then the babies. You know, just holding those babies. I'll tell you a secret. I don't know if you're going to use this or not, but one day I was at the shelter, and I was working at the dining room table, and I felt something walk by me, but there was no one there. And then I heard humming. And I thought, this is strange. And then I was given this insight. The person walked through the doors. Nothing happened really, but they went through the girls' side where all the babies are. And the inspiration was, that was God. He wanted to take a baby break. There's so much going on negative in the world. He just wanted to see the babies and be at the shelter. I don't know if that really happened or if it's my overactive imagination. But, you know, that's how I feel about the work every day. 34 years. Yeah,
Wow. Where can people find you if they need to contact you? Is there a website? Is there a phone number?
Sure. It's very easy. It's severalsources.net. If you go to severalsources.net and you're pregnant, need help, you'll see the click, you'll get in. If you want to donate, click.
So please, people, thank you so much, Kathy. Please, people, donate. These young ladies, I saw firsthand. For the first time, I really saw the real thing, the real women walking with the children walking with the babies. These girls are young and they need our help and they need our support. And I just thank God for you because I don't know what these girls would do without you. And if you ever need me for volunteering anything, I'm here because I'm telling you, this really touched my heart just to see them.
You need to know, I don't know what I would do without them.
Yes.
They're my family.
Yes.
And we love one another, and sometimes we have little arguments together one another. But God gets us through it thick and thin. So yes, we accept your time, and thank you for your creativity. And if anybody wants to help be part of our family, you're welcome.
And thanks to all the donors who donate money and all the sponsors who give money. We really appreciate you, and there's not enough thank yous in the world that we could give to you because you keep this thing going, and all the churches who allow Kathy to come in. We just thank you, and we thank God for this whole movement. And I know that it's going everything that you wish for, the desires of your heart, God is going to give them to you.
Check. Tell me what you see when you look at me. Is it that your head is held too high to even see the pain I feel inside, the struggles I survive? It got me asking these questions like, am I still alive? Cause through the people's eyes, it's like my spirit died. I often cry for help, but don't get no reply. So here I am, on these streets alone. No one to turn to, no place to call home. Who would've thought my life would be this way, but things change. I'm on corners begging people for some spare change, and they just look at me like we ain't on the same team. But a few years ago, we might have had the same dreams. All I see is nightmares, but nobody cares. Cause all they do is pass by me like I ain't there. And that's unfair. I need some help, cause I'm just a lost soul searching for shelter. Homelessness is a worldwide epidemic. Even in some of the most prosperous places, there are still people who have nowhere to